Alright, I've got this piece of junk taken apart. Just doing a real quick oiling of the motor with my zoom spout oiler. I've got this one oiled as well. So I'll put that other bearing back on and we'll see how it does. Okay, I've got it put back together enough to test the fan. Okay, the oil seems to have done the trick. It's spinning quite a bit faster than it was before. Maybe it's spinning fast enough it won't trip the overload. Yes, this is the typical China pride. We'll let that reset again and see how long it runs once it resets. Even partially disassembled, I can still make a label with the old P-Touch 3. Right there. And it's put on crooked just as if it would come from the factory. I think it completely failed. That's it for this heater. End of the line. Continuing on with the Penolis heater. Thank you, Spats or Harley, for pointing out something that I can do to this heater to keep it working. I can jumper this right here. This is the culprit, the thermal cutout, and that looks pretty easy to do, so I'm going to get on that right now. Okay, here is the bypassed thermal cutout. I've just got both leads screwed together, and should I want to put a new part in there, I can easily replace it. There's the offending part. It is a Texas Instruments part. I don't know if it can show up on the camera. There it is. So I looked it up, the part's about $4. So I may go ahead and do that. But it is, that safety's still working. I'm sure that would open up if it got an overload. So I think we should still be plenty protected. Now I'll put this thing back together and give it a test. Well, I felt bad for the poor old thing, so I gave it a quick wipe down. It's all back together. If it tips over, it turns off, so we don't have a problem there. But it's just got one thermal cutoff now instead of two, but I think it should be okay. So now 1300 watts. And today's not near as cold as it was the other day when I tried this machine out. So it should get hotter, and then it'll be a good determination on whether it's fixed or not. I believe it's fixed. Check the room temperature. 23 Celsius. Maybe it'll go for it. 75 Fahrenheit. Now I will carefully place that right there, and we will see what happens. Now the problem before, every time I put it on 1500 watts, it would pretty much instantly cut out. I'll let this come up to full temperature, and we'll come back here in a little bit and see what's going on. It looks like 123 is where it's going to settle on 1300 watts today. Now I'm going to click it over to 1500 watts, and this is where we ran into problems before. I would expect the temperature to start climbing once again. There it goes. I'll let that chooch there for a little while and come back in a few minutes and see what we're doing. It's looking like about 140, 141 degrees Fahrenheit on the 1500 watt setting. And it hasn't cut off anymore. So, do appreciate that advice, Spats, Harley, whichever one of you posted that comment. Thank you so much. So now I've got a good working heater. Thank you for watching.